Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. In the last episode, we made a PB&J, and then we ate the PB&J. Actually, I think we made the PB&J 2 episodes ago. Whatever. We ate the PB&J, then we wandered down to town, and we met this dog and this woman, and they invited us to come to the diner, and we went to the diner, and then we met this other person, and then we ate a biscuit, and it was a really good biscuit, and also the dog is really cute, and I love her. Her name is Gretchen. And then at the very end of the last episode, Avery dropped the bombshell that Stella is famous. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Hey, same! Wow, that's rad. I've never met a YouTuber. Wait, yes, I have. I'd love to check out your channel at some point. Oh, thanks. It's nothing much. It pays the bills, but it's mostly a passion project, you know? She's selling herself short, Emmy. Her stuff is amazing. She hunts cryptids. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but, you know, the controversial one. Oh, yeah. The Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've ever seen. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from the local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. It's a mountain lion. You decide to take Gretchen's word for it. I think that's a mountain lion. You can kind of make out its little kitty cat ears. No way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. Gretchen looks betrayed. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in a river like this. They're not fans of water. And it's too short to be a mountain lion. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Ha! Exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week, and we wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers! Oops. Sorry, Avery. It's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. Ooh, heck yeah! Skunk Ape is hilarious. I saw a docu-special on it once. Stinky Bigfoot. Ha! Right? It should be a pretty fun video. It's hard to be serious when you're talking about something that's famous for smelling bad. Isn't it normally further south than Appalachia, though? I don't know, maybe not. In my head, it's more like Florida, but I guess... I don't know exactly the range of Skunk Ape. Maybe it is more like Georgia, Carolinas. I don't know. Can't remember right now. Been a while since I did cryptid research. Aha! Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. I am stoked that I remembered something. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky? That sort of thing? It's a date. Cool. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, but it's been just me and Gretchen for quite a while. It's a pleasure to welcome you to our elite team, Emmy. Wait, that was Gretchen who said that. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. Maybe you'll get the chance to meet them later this week. So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting it up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect from such a short dining experience, but you might as well show the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avi will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. Rad. No sense of self-preservation. Rad. You feel more alive than you've been in years. You feel alive. The fall breeze passing through the leaves, the orange hue of the setting sun painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you feels almost magical. Were a mythical creature to actually manifest in front of you, it would fit perfectly into this world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record. Since last year, at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored. If only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though, I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. As if. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind, that's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was the time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later, I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. I mean, honestly, if you've been doing this since high school and those are the only dangerous encounters, that's really not bad. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than cryptids? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. A deer or a not deer? Never mind, I don't want the answer to that question. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Okay, yeah. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Werewolves, demons, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera, in an old house, getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kinda lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turn into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see the UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her heads these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Heck yes, aliens are real. Nice, I knew we had a connection. Wrong button. I know somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. Ooh, that is a very common motif in UFO stories. And suddenly it looked like daylight outside. He could see cows out in the fields, birds in the sky. Then this metallic, egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a secondhand source, but there's plenty more like it, and if they are true... It could have been the government? Or I'm convinced. Makes sense to me. For sure. And even if this one's hogwash, there's lots of evidence out there. Are you really expecting to find anything? What are the chances we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Did you hear that? I'm gonna end the episode off. I don't like that. No. Bye-bye. No thank you.